Today we talk about a story that shocked South Africa and raised big questions about how the state works. People are asking how a convicted criminal could leave a high-security prison, go on the run, and then be found living a different life abroad. They're also asking whether powerful people inside the police and other agencies helped or failed to stop him. I will explain the events, the main claims, the evidence we know so far, and what does it mean for the future, all in simple, clear language. Thabo Bester was a convicted rapist and murderer who was serving a life sentence. In May 2022, prison authorities reported that he had died in a cell fire. Later investigations showed that the burnt body used in that story was not Bester, and questions began to grow about what really happened inside the Mangung Correctional Center. Bester was found in Tanzania in April 2023 and brought back to South Africa to face further charges. This dramatic chain of events left many asking how the escape could happen and who knew what and when. Since then, various public figures and officials have made strong claims. Some people have named specific police leaders and other state actors, saying they either helped Bester or covered up his escape. These are serious allegations. At the same time, other officials have denied wrongdoing and said the accusations are false or part of political fights within the police. Because the claims are so important, they have led to official reviews, hearings, and an inquiry to find out the truth. It is important to remember that accusations are not the same as proven facts, and independent investigations must decide what really happened. One of the key themes in this story is the difference between proof and allegation. Some witnesses and whistleblowers have given names and details in public hearings and media reports. Other reports come from social media, local news outlets, or statements by former colleagues who say they have seen troubling patterns. These sources can point investigators in new directions, but they also require careful checking. Courts, commissions, and prosecutors need solid evidence that stands up in law, not just claims repeated online. This is why the parliamentary hearings and commissions matter. They bring a legal and documentary process to the public claims. The effect of these events on public trust is large. When high-profile cases seem to show gaps in oversight, people lose faith in institutions. That can make it harder for police and courts to do their work, because citizens may not report crimes or may doubt the fairness of investigations. At the same time, properly run inquiries can help rebuild trust by showing a commitment to find facts and hold the guilty to account. The best path forward is clear investigations, full transparency where possible, and timely updates to the public about findings and steps taken. There are also political and practical risks. If senior officials are shown to have mismanaged or obstructed cases, their removal or reform may follow. That can lead to short-term disruption inside agencies, but may be necessary for long-term improvement. If, on the other hand, allegations are used mainly as tools in internal power struggles, the result can be endless accusations without clear outcomes. Citizens, journalists, and oversight bodies must press for facts and avoid letting partisan fights drown out the search for truth. Looking ahead, several outcomes are possible. Full, transparent investigations could produce criminal charges, administrative sanctions, or policy changes that strengthen oversight of prisons and police units. That would be a positive outcome for rule of law and public safety. Another possibility is that investigations reveal poor management and errors rather than deliberate collusion, meaning reforms and training become the focus. The worst outcome will be a lack of clear findings, continued public suspicion, and weaker trust in the system. The public and lawmakers must push for independent and well-resourced inquiries so the right lessons are learned. For viewers who want to follow this story responsibly, look for reliable reporting from established news outlets and official statements from courts or oversight bodies. Be careful with social media claims that do not show documents or testimony. If you are a journalist or a citizen with information, consider trusted channels to share evidence with investigators rather than only posting on public feeds. Good reporting and careful evidence gathering are how truth comes out. To close, this story matters because it tests the strength of institutions that keep society safe. It asks whether rules were followed, whether people were accountable, and whether changes are needed to prevent similar events. The answers will shape public trust for years. We should want clear, fair, and independent processes that find the facts and act on them. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more clear updates and balanced analysis. Tell us in the comments what questions you want us to follow about this case, which sources you trust, and what you think should happen next. Like the video if you want us to keep covering this story, and share it so more people can see the facts and join the conversation.